Hello everyone, my name is Appleguy, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In the previous video, night fell upon Saint Mystere. We found out a whole ton of things, such as there are some kidnappings happening in the town, and to continue our search for Ramon, we need to first find a watch for a poor man, so we can get back into the northern end of town to find a cafe. Not quite. I heard word that you've... Are we jumping in mid-conversation? Oh, you know what? I think she's supposed to say, are you turning in for the night? And we jumped the gun on that, so anyway. Not quite. I heard word that you had found a wristwatch out by the entrance to the park. Oh, that old thing? Does it belong to you, Professor? Oh no, it's Gerard's. He dropped it today when wandering around town, and he asked me to help him find it. Why am I not surprised? That man sheds more stuff than a cat sitting by a fireplace. Alright then, here's that watch. You know, it figures that it belongs to Gerard. I was thinking to myself, the professor is far too fashionable to wear this old thing. Ha ha ha, thank you very much. Now we have the wristwatch, which we can return to Gerard, who lives here in the plaza. I guess he doesn't live in the plaza, but he's hanging out in the plaza. Oh, so you found my watch, did you? But of course, a gentleman always helps those in distress. Speaking of which, we're still quite worried about Ramon's whereabouts and should probably return to our search now. Yep, Saint Mystere is strange like that. Despite its size, it can be quite challenging to find people. Sometimes it feels like running in a darn maze. Speaking of mazes, you ever heard of this one, Sonny? But we really must be... No, Professor Layton. Time for puzzle number 47 on the run. Worth 40 picarats. Here we go. A mysterious bandit is on the lam and trying to escape the police who are hot on his trail. His entrance into the town is marked with an arrow. The particular bandit follows a peculiar creed and has vowed to never go backwards or turn around. Additionally, whenever he meets an intersection, he will always turn left or right. Now you can see from the map that this part of town has multiple exits, which are labeled A through G. Of all the exits here, which one will the bandit never be able to pass through? Okay, so what we need to do here is analyze the bandit's movements and figure that whenever he reaches an intersection, he has to turn. And he also will never turn around. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off some different combinations of how he could move, so that way we can see which route he could never ever go to. Here we go. Aha! As you can see, we've actually reached the intersection already. At least from the current we are approaching. In order for him to follow the creed that he has, he must always turn either left or turn right at an intersection. So it's impossible for him to go to B, because the only way you can approach it is from this side right here. And of course you can't continue on straight, which means you have to either turn left or right. B is an impossible scenario to reach through. There we go. 40 picarats for us, don't mind if I do. That's right, as you can see from the diagram, as the bandit approaches, if the bandit must turn every time he approaches an intersection, the ways he can move through the town are set. As a result, no matter how he approaches B, he'll never be able to go through there. Just as we said, we got the puzzle correct. You're a sharp one, Sonny. You know, if you're looking for someone, you should ask around the inn or the cafe. As you know, the inn is right by the entrance to the village. The cafe is right at the fork in the road north of here. We've already searched the inn, but checking the cafe sounds like a good idea. We'll be sure to stop by. Well then, I'm off to bed. An old man needs his beauty rest. Thanks again for your help. Think nothing of it, sir. The rug will go to Layton because I spam everything in Layton's room. Okay, let's continue through now that we have access to the north side of town once again. And we can of course begin with some more puzzles. Professor, there's a cat here. Aw, here kitty kitty kitty. Animals are very dear to you, are they not, Luke? Well, I have just the puzzle for you then. That puzzle of course is puzzle number 48, Cats and Mice. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. With that in mind, how many cats does it take to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? Aha, interesting. So, what we can see here is with 5 cats, it takes 5 minutes to give us 5 mice. Now, we have some amount of cats in 100 minutes to give us 100 mice. Now, these two are not actually correlated at all, because all this tells us, oh wait, I was still writing. This information right here tells us the rate that mice catch, mice are caught by cats. So it takes 1 cat 1 minute to catch 1 mouse. That's what you're supposed to sort of think about it. But it doesn't really You don't change the amount of cats. It'll take 5 mice, or if it takes 5 cats, 5 mice. I'm not explaining this very well. The answer is 5 cats, because the rate at which the cats catch the mice does not change. You don't need 100 cats to catch 100 mice. You only need 5. You just gotta give them enough time. The rate stays the same. You just have to multiply it. There we go. 5 cats. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. If the mouse hunt continues another 5 minutes, you can expect a total of 10 mice to get caught. In other words, the same 5 cats catch 10 mice in 10 minutes and 20 mice in 20 minutes. It's simply a matter of how long the 5 cats work. That's what I meant to say. Wonderful job there, Luke. Yay. Painting scrap. And we can, of course, talk to this little girl here as well. Good evening to you, sir. It's my bedtime, but I've got one more puzzle for you. Want to see it? We do want to see it. Puzzle number 49. 1,000 times. What on earth is this message getting at? The following is written on a piece of paper you picked up. Blank is 1,000 times blank. To turn this strange message into a proper sentence, all you need to do is fill in the blank with a single letter of the alphabet. But what could the letter be? You'll need to use the same letter for all 3 blanks. Ah, so it's blank is 1,000 times blank blank. Alright. Well, this puzzle might be difficult for my fellow Americans, because what it's saying is that a meter actually, no, that's not how that should work. A meter is equal to 1,000 times a millimeter. Those are the units of measurement for the metric system, which means the answer to this puzzle is simply the letter M, because M is the symbol for meter, and it's also MM is for millimeter. I suppose that puzzle is probably much easier if you live in anywhere but America. That's right, 1 meter, M, really is equal to 1,000 millimeters, MM. Those are the standard units, so fairly good to be oriented with them. How'd you like my puzzle? Pretty fun, right? You did such a good job, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I heard that there's a man-eating monster in the tower, and that's why everyone stays away. You're not silly enough to think that the monster is actually inside, but the place is dangerous, so be careful in there, mister. The bookcase will go to Layton, because I spam everything to Layton. Thank you for the fun information there. We will, you know, continue to proceed through the town and keep that in the back of our head that we have to look out for monsters in the tower. Hey, out there looking for Ramon, are ya? Yep, you're definitely looking for Ramon. So you still haven't found the guy? Listen, streets here are dangerous at night. Crazy dangerous. You can't go running all over town with a kid, because that's dangerous. Crazy dangerous. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to punish your poor judgment with a puzzle. You'll solve it, yeah? Of course. Of course we will. Puzzle number 50, OTTF. What a title. Here you have a set of small paper cards. On each card is a single letter, but one of the cards is missing its letter. Which letter belongs on the blank card? Okay. OTTF blank SSENT. Wow. What an interesting situation we have here. We know it's one of the 26 letters. Which one could it be? So if you try and make sense of these letters as letters trying to spell up a word, you will find yourself in a very odd scenario. These letters are actually representative of numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a blank. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This blank right here, of course, is the number 5, which means it's the letter F. So everyone, press F. Now that F has been pressed, we've paid our respects, we can continue with the solution of the puzzle. F is the solution, those represent numbers. That's right, the letters written on the paper correspond to the first letter of the numbers 1 through 10. Very simple. Well, it looks like you solved it all right. Of course, we all knew a brainiac like you would solve it. If you're looking for the cafe, it's right there. But it's way past that kid's bedtime, you know, way past. Besides, the dog could start making noise again anytime, yeah? Trust me on this one, Professor. Get back to the inn, yeah? Yeah, get back to the inn. I will not be going back to the inn. I've got puzzles to solve, and solve them I will. We're going to go around really quickly just to see if anyone's hanging out, solve some more puzzles. Ah, I can't sleep because of this stupid puzzle. I've been tossing and turning for hours. I'm gonna lose it for real this time if I don't figure it out. Brah. We just helped you with a puzzle. But this is puzzle number 52, find a star. A star, the same size, shape and size as the one shown on the right, is hidden somewhere below in the picture. Trace its outline out. Alright, so we have to find a star in here. And of course, it's just a traditional star. So we just have to, oh, I'm in the annotation menu so I can actually like show it. But basically we just have to find the star that exists within this section. I don't believe we've done a puzzle like this one before, and I'm totally not looking for it right now as I continue to speak. I definitely know the puzzle, and yeah. Okay, I've stared at this long enough to know the solution. It's right here. Are they gonna accept that? That should be acceptable, right? That's a pretty good line. Okay. I was worried it was a little bit of a squiggly line. You just kind of have to stare at that one for a little while. Truth be told, there's no real technique or anything. You got it! Doesn't spotting a star earn you a free wish? Hopefully. My wish would be that everyone who watches this video hit subscribe. Hey! Why'd you have to go and tell me the answer? I've been thinking of an answer for days now and you just gotta go and ruin it. Thanks a lot, you jerk. I thought you wanted help, Polly. Oh, Polly, we've messed with you so much. What a shame. 2 more puzzles in this area. It must be a drag to have to keep up your investigation all through the night. How about a puzzle to take the edge off? I've got the puzzle for a night like this. That puzzle is puzzle number 54, Monster. Oh no, the town is in grave peril. As you read this, a fearsome monster is attacking on St. Mystere. Ward off the beast by stabbing it in the eye, and for goodness sake, hurry! Alright, so, there's a lot of things that potentially look like a monster, like this zombie-looking gentleman here. This cat right here. This has eyes, that's got eyes. Actually, what we need to look for is none of that. If you trace out the outline that the sky makes against the backdrop of the town, you can see that it is actually the monster in question, which means that the eyeball is the moon. So we will stab the moon and save the town. We will save St. Mystere, it's our job. There we go, 20 picarats. Well done, it seems the fiend was hiding in the night sky. You certainly gave it what for. I certainly did, although I think the monster looked pretty friendly. You should devour that puzzle. Seeing as it's getting late, I should warn you both about the kidnapper that's been sneaking about town. Make sure you don't get snatched while walking around St. Mystere. That'd be a great age shame. Har har har. Everyone's talking about this kidnapper like it's just a normal thing. It's very odd. I don't know why anyone's concerned. No one's concerned. My, aren't the two of you up late playing detective? If you like solving mysteries so much, do me a favor and help me with a puzzle, would you? Sure, Agnes. That's of course puzzle number 53, Fish Thief. When you weren't looking, someone came by and gobbled up your fish dinner. The 3 brothers, near the scene of this dastardly crime, had this to say. Me? Oh yeah, I ate it. It was good too. I saw A eat that fish right up. B and I didn't eat the fish. One of these brothers is lying to you, but which one is it? So, it's important to acknowledge that we're not trying to find the person who ate the fish. That is simply unimportant to us right here. Someone is lying, and we need to figure out who that is. Alright, so, A says that A ate the fish. B said that A ate the fish. And C says, B and I did not eat the fish. Okay, so, we don't really need to care who's telling the truth, which would be who's the one responsible for eating the fish dinner. We need to find out who the liar is. C says B and I didn't eat that fish. C, I don't believe that for a single minute. We know you ate the fish. Or you didn't eat the fish, but you're a liar, so who cares? Here's what it says. The liar here is C. A and C split your dinner and each ate half. The answer becomes clear when you realize that if A is lying, B must be lying as well. The same thing happens if you assume that B is a liar. Therefore, the only possible answer is that C is lying, a scenario that only works if C actually did eat some of the fish. See, so A and C ate the fish, we don't care. All we know is that C is lying, because A and B depended on each other telling the truth. Well, you took care of that one in a hurry, didn't you? And here I thought that you were just another well-dressed city slicker. Huh, you showed me. Well, I believe another good turn deserves another. I didn't read that, I tapped too quickly. Oh, this isn't good. I see a series of inauspicious events occurring during your stay in St. Mystere. Watch your step. Thank you. I will watch my step, elderly lady. Alright, let's go ahead and continue now back into the cafe, because the cafe is the source of the next bit of story progress. I think we're going to talk to this gentleman here. Oh, fancy meeting you here. I've got a doozy of a puzzle right here. It's harder to crack than a coconut. And who knows, might even have something to do with the case you're investigating right now. So what do you say? Help a fellow detective out, will you, brother? That's all very interesting, but I believe there's been a mistake here. I'm no detective, you see. Say no more. Undercover and all that then, yes? Very well, but I know a fellow sleuth when I see one. Us being the same trade and all, I suppose it couldn't hurt if I let you have a look at this puzzle. Okay, puzzle number 51, The Town Barbers. Worth 10 Picarats, an easy puzzle. A certain town has only 2 barbers in it. There aren't any other towns nearby, so everyone who lives there gets their hair cut by one of 2 stylists. Looking at these 2 fine gentlemen, which one should you go to for a haircut? Alright, so, 2 barbers. They have to cut hair in the town, and one of them's apparently good at their job, and one of them's apparently not so good at their job. We can examine their hairstyles to figure out which one is good and which one is bad. It's clear that B has a better hairstyle, and A has a worse hairstyle. However, A most likely cuts B's hair, because why would someone cut their own hair? Which means A gets their hair cut by B. I got way too caught up in my explanation that I didn't even understand the puzzle. We would go to A to get our hair cut. A is the better stylist. That, I got confused. I was trying to pick out which one the worst stylist was, and I tapped them. A is the best stylist there. That's right, everyone in the village gets their hair cut by one of these 2 barbers. This includes the 2 barbers themselves. Because people don't usually cut their own hair, the stylist with the butchered haircut is probably the more skilled of the 2. More skilled, or actually the only one good at their job. Oh, you've done it! You've solved that monster of a riddle! Simply astounding. Even I couldn't do that. Oh, it wasn't that difficult. But on a more important subject, have you heard word of Ramon lately? What's that you say, good sir? You want to solve more puzzles? Alright then, here's a gem of a tip. Go visit Granny Riddleton's shack. That's all I can say. My detective's instinct tells me there's another case developing as we speak. I must take my leave now. Perhaps I'll see you again tomorrow. Alright, well, with that puzzle being concluded, we've arrived here at Crumb's Cafe, where we can apparently find some information about the missing character Ramon. And so in the next episode, we're going to do just that. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me when you guys throw my videos around. And I'll catch you guys back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.